Hello, it's Etharal here, and today we are once again back with our Stellaris Galaxy Divided mod, where we have been playing as the Sith Empire. To say that we have a large empire would be putting it mildly, certainly, and there are a lot of options for us here, and so we are looking at trying to expand a little bit further. The Hook clans would seem to be looking at trying to take this bit of land up here, which is not something we particularly want to allow, but not something we can really do all that much to stop them. The guys, the Republic, and the Jedi Council and such up here, they're all, completely there. We can't really sort of do anything with them just at the minute. I think our main focus is going to be to move down and try and probably blast through the actual Hut clans. Hut clans would be somebody who are worth actually dealing with. So we could, what I'm thinking of doing is declaring war on them to vassalize. We cannot vassalize them. That's a shame. So what I'm thinking of doing instead then, we're just sort of unifying all of our armies at the minute, and once they are all unified, we will then be able to have a look at seeing just how strong this force is, and when we know just how strong the force is, we can then look at how to expand. Probably, I think instead, rather than doing it as a case of, just taking their planet straight away, because I have had some problems with that, I want to try and liberate them. Can we liberate? Let's have a check. So, Nimia. Let's have a short little look. Nimia. So, we could liberate them, so it would give independence. All planets liberated in a war will form a new empire of the same ethos as the Liberator. So that would make them a little bit more receptive to us, which would be ideal. So what we could look at doing is, actually, I'll just have a check. Are their borders close to us? Overlord of quite a few different areas. So they've got a lot of people that they rule. They were allied with the Council of Camino, rivals of the Wookiee clans, and the Geonosian Hives. They are fungoid. They're an interesting people. They're nothing too much to worry about just yet. I think it would be a nice case to try and liberate them. These guys, the Wookiees, we could offer... No, why would we want to offer a trade deal? Can we declare war on them? Apparently we cannot declare war on them just yet, so that's fine. Kingdom of Alderaan? Could we declare war on the Kingdom of Alderaan? Let's remove this filter. Yep. Let's keep that going. So we want to vassalize them, which we could certainly do. That would be good. So if we vassalize them, what is this? Help understand them better. A scientist and observation post have done have requested a science ship.
Situation log update.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we could potentially vassalize those, the Galactic Liberal Republic. So if we were to do that, we would gain a rather large area in Alderaan, and I think it's something that is a viable option, and it would allow us to come right up against those. They're not really anything too much to worry about or anything though. So you are pathetic. Compared to us, we will have to declare war on them at some point in the near future, because that would allow this area to just go right. Boom. Although, actually looking at it, I suspect that we don't actually have any way to get into their lands. That is a problem. So they are actually maybe not a viable option. What about these guys? They are the Protectorate under the Hook clans. Cannot be integrated. They are independent. Guarantee from their overlord. Pay 50% tax reduction. And turns into a vassal once they reach 40%. So we could declare war on those, but that would mean that the Hook clans would then also join us. So I think the Hook clans realistically are the main, are really the only target that we can do at the minute. Let's see, how far are these? So I think it is a case that once, where are they? These guys are back. They are the main ones. So, we have a couple of different options, really. But, nothing too massive. Unfortunately, I wish that we did have more options, but, you know, there's, you know, really looking at it, I mean, there are a lot of potential options, but in reality, I think it is a case that there is realistically only the one option, which is a shame, but we can do something with it. Oh, we have colony ships. So Drummond Cass has a colony ship. I'd like to try and colonize some lands down in Indigo's refuge, but we need to try and find the correct planet. So, Giza, what are you? 90% 0 for the Sith. The Sith just straight up cannot colonize that land, which is fine. That's something we can deal with. Let's have a look here. Can the Sith colonize this one? No, they cannot. This one. Can the Sith 85%? The Sith cannot colonize any of these worlds. So, that does limit, but the Mandalorians would do very well there. And here, the 65% would be the Sith. The Sith could claim that moon. Not really of much benefit to us. This one is this. It's not yet been surveyed and it lies within theirs. We're trying to have a look to see if there's any places where the Sith can colonize specifically, because we have Sith ships and we do very much want to. So colonize 80%, 50% for the Sith, so that one's not really a viable option. We want to try and spread the Sith out as much as possible. Having Sith will, I think, help. Actually, yes, there we go. So you go and colonize this planet. Yes. Just basically having the Sith will just sort of unify us a little bit. So we could colonize them. The Sith have 70%, so yep, I think colonize them as well. I think that'll be a good option. So colonize that land. Basically, the idea being that, you know, if we can colonize these places, then that will give us a lot more options for where to expand to exactly. And once we can expand further to places, you know, and hopefully by having them as the Sith, it'll, you know, they'll be a lot more receptible, I think would be the correct term, to, you know, actually being willing to, you know, follow us. Oh, that one, the guy, so it's 100% if we use Mandalorians. So, Mandalore. Where is the capital of Mandalore? Mandalore, very big planet. Oh, you have another planet there that you could colonize. 75%, 45% for those, so that's not really very much use. Mandalore. Mandalore, do you have a spaceport? You do. So, Mandalorians, you are going to build me an actual one there. And so, we've got some options here. We're going to also as well start to try and, with any luck, we should be. Is that the terraforming station? Yes, it is. So, it's at 80%. We are going to try terraforming it into a tundra world. Because a tundra world, 10 years, but when we have that tundra world, that surface will now become something that we can completely, you know, actually control, no problem. I think that's going to be the main focus. We're going to look at trying to sort of get as many of these planets to actually do what we sort of want them to do, basically. Ooh, this one. Let's have a look. So, it's already been slightly colonized. It's 40%. We need to terraform that. That is something that we need to terraform, I think, as well. Right. So, you need to go up to here. And you need to build a terraforming station. Because once we've got the terraforming stations, we're going to get these two planets to be a lot better. Specifically for us. So, diplomatic communication. The Bothans have opened their borders to us. That's great. How is our technology going? Slowly. They're all going to take many years. So, that's fine. Right. We've got a lot of... I mean, we've got a decent number of options, really, here. I think it's a case as well, we could probably start looking at getting rid of Selene as being an actual outpost. The ideal one would be to try and get there, and then once we've got there, to actually be able to, you know, sort of send those out. Okay, oh, yay. Colony, they are Sith. So, is there any Sith planets here that are worth colonizing? That's the question. So, we do not have colonization for that. guy. That's going to be where the Mandalorians go. This is where the game does start to get a little bit more complicated. So, Desert World, I think, we're going to be building a colonization ship to take that. So, we've got there, Ocean World. We do not have Ocean World colonization. Dathomir, however, we could colonize Dathomir, and there is a Desert World, so that would be good. That Dathomir is an Ocean World, so I think this one, since we can colonize this, and it's Desert World, so it's got 50%. So actually, no, it's not really all that useful. This planet, however, it is like a continental world, so the Sith not really good at it, but that's fine. Telos, let's have a look for the Telos. Continental 100%, 10% habitability for the Sith. So this has been the main thing that's really sort of not confusing. I don't want to say confusing, because it's not really that confusing. The Sith are at 50%. So we need to try and find a planet that the Sith can actually colonize, because apparently it's a case that the Sith are struggling to find land, which is not good. The Sith want to find land as much as they are able. 80%, that will work. Right, where was it? Was it this one? 80% Arctic world, yep. So, you can move here at least. We don't, as it turns out, have enough to colonize. It costs apparently 58. So, it's quite far away. It's far away from other lands of ours. But, it's not going to, thankfully, take us very long to be able to get all of that influence to be able to land the colony ship here. And they will likely be able to do that before we do reach it, because they're going the long way around to try and find this one and to establish what will be a new sector down here. Once we've established this new sector as well, that'll be great, because, well, it's more land to actually take, which, we always want more land. More land, always a good thing. And so let's see, how is this going? Yes, we do not quite have enough. There we go. We can now colonize it. We will put that down there. You will research that anomaly. You are basically just sitting there still until we can actually do something with you. This planet here, 100% for the Cathar. So the Cathar, very, very good. Mandalorians, again, very, very good. But the actual Sith cannot really... We've finished the Sith colonization by the seams of things, which is a shame, but not the end of the world. I just wish that I could attack these guys. These guys, though, I suspect there is probably a hyperlane that goes down along there and then comes back out in that direction. Oh, we've lost a governor for Sereno. This planet is a tomb world. Tomb world is a class of planets. Each species has a planet class. So a tomb world, a rocky world of nitrogen, oxygen, atmosphere. It's currently experiencing a nuclear winter. Okay, so nobody likes that planet. So we are going to have to try and actually get that planet to the point where we can, do something with it, sort of thing. So we're going to have to terraform that like mad. So, construction ship. So you have built terraforming of habitability. This one, which is 50%. So what is it? It's a desert world. So, if I remember rightly, we need to terraform this into an arid world. I think arid should be right. We need to get, well, where is Korriban? Korriban is a tundra world. So, that's going to take you a bit of a while to actually be able to terraform that planet. But that is fine. That is something that we can deal with. You, construction ship, are also as well going to go to here. That is terraforming. So you are a desert world, terraform that one into an arid world as well. So that's going to take, a good few days to say the least. But once we do manage to get that all set up and running, that'll all be great. So, construction ship. Oh, this planet here it's a tundra world. 100% from the Sith. The Sith. Move here, because you can colonize this. And it's 100%, and I like 100%. So, Plants have not yet been surveyed. So Terraris is really somewhere that we need to try and sort out. You know what? Actually, the construction ship I'm going to send, I think, to the Dathomir planet. Because we would really like to... Right. So, Dathomir here, this planet is an ocean world. It's a reasonable sized ocean world as well. So let's disband that. And let's go to the construction. Let's build a terraforming here. And once you've built that terraforming station, we can then look at actually trying to sort that out. Okay, so the governor, we can't really replace the governor just yet, which is a shame, but we will save up and we will certainly be able to do that. Oh, Malachor. Malachor, which for anybody will know from Knights of the Old Republic 2, is where the final sort of fights and everything go on. It was the end of the Mandalorian Wars, was fought in Malachor as well, which really, given sort of what I know about it, does seem a little bit of a strange one. Oh, more Sith. More Sith in here. So, is there anywhere, though, that you can go to? Probably not. There's a lot of green planets. The Sith are 50%, you see, so they're not great. But, you know, I'm going to have a bit of a check around just in case. 100%. So, we're going to need to do a lot of terraforming, really, I think. That's going to be something that's going to hold us back. But, you know, if we were willing to allow other people to actually do this stuff, then, you know, that one, the Wookiee and the Clagians, I don't even know who that race is. Let's try and have a look. So, Empire demographics. So, the vast majority is Sith. And then we've got about a quarter of our population, which isn't Sith. So, the Cathar. So that's the Cathar. I'm just trying to have a look. So who are these? The Clagians. So they're like a weird fox people. I would love to know where their actual population is, living on one planet in the galaxy. Go to. So they are there. Oh, I remember them. They were this like primitive race really early on that, you know, managed to take some land, and we turned around and basically kicked their backsides to tell them that they weren't allowed to. Ah, I understand now. So the Wookiees. So the Wookiees go to the Wookiees. Apparently we can't go to the Wookiees. Luckily I know where the Wookiees are anyway. The Wookiees are all down here and over there. That is something that we would really, you know, like to try and remove the Wookiees if we could, sort of thing. That one, and or maybe if we don't at the very least remove them, we can sort of encourage Sith growth, I think would be maybe the nicer term for it. So that way, you know, we can actually have more Sith in the Empire. We currently have about 75%, which is of Sith population, but the more that we can have, the better. So I think that's going to be the focus for the near future, is to try and sort out a load of planets and colonize. And then once we've sorted all that out, we are going to go down, or possibly before it go down, and attack the Hutt clans. So I'm going to leave it there for today. So thank you very much for watching. As always, do be sure to hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy the video, and I shall see you next time here at EGN.